Hi, my name's Nic McRell, Ag Advisor with Frontier Cooperative, and today's agronomy update is brought to you by the Nebraska Soybean Board. Today we are located just a couple miles south of Yutan, and in this area for the last few weeks we've seen minimal rainfall and temperatures hovering around the low 90s to upper 80s. Today we're looking at some different stand counts throughout the field. The overall goal is to get a representation of what the field looks like as far as the plants per acre to make sure that we have enough viable plants to take to harvest this fall. As we're determining the final stand within the field and looking at potential replant scenarios, I've had growers plant as late as the 4th of July, 10th of July. You're definitely giving up yield in a replant scenario, but there is still opportunity to grow a crop. The perfect way to take a stand count is to measure off your 1/1000th of an acre. So in a 30-inch row, that would be 17 feet 5 inches. For a 15-inch row, that would be double that. For a 20-inch row, that would be 26 feet 2 inches. Those are the three most common row spacing in our area. So you really want to go through and take the distance, whether you're using a tape measure or a predetermined length of a rope, and go through and take that stand count, and you want to take it in multiple areas throughout the field, and you truly want to take a zigzag pattern with no rhyme or reason to make sure you're getting an even view of the entire field. In this area, the majority of the producers are planting anywhere between 130 and 170,000 plants per acre in a row scenario. Typically, what I like to look for is a minimum stand of 100,000 plants at this point in time. We truly want to make sure that we have enough plants to get through potential disease issues, weather issues such as hail, so that we can truly try and make sure we have the best yield possible. When doing a stand count, you want to make sure that you're looking at the plants thoroughly. Are we seeing potential herbicide damage, disease damage, insect damage? I'd highly recommend taking a shovel and going out and doing some digging, and maybe even if splitting some roots, depending on how big that plant is, to have a better understanding of what you have both above and below ground. So there's a few things to consider when we're looking at a replant situation. Number one is understanding what the final stand is that you have out in the field. And number two is going through the cost analysis of what it takes to replant it. You want to go through and check with your crop insurance agent, if you have crop insurance, to understand what the policy looks like as far as potential dollars back to help replant that farm, as well as your seed company's replant policy. Typically, I recommend leaving what you have and replanting into it unless you have a major disease issue. If you are going to do that, I would also recommend planting at an angle separately from the way you planted it the first time to try and keep alive any of the plants that you currently have emerged within the field. As we look at wrapping up this planting season, make sure you're giving yourself time to assess the crop that we have out there and understand where we're at today and what the future potential of that crop looks like as you're going through and potentially looking at replant situations. Thanks for watching today's agronomy update brought to you by the Nebraska Soybean Board.